first of all, guys, thank you so much for your time and for wanting to do this interview with me today.
Yes, it's a pleasure.
How are you feeling?
I'm just I've just had an afternoon nap, and now I'm feeling pretty good. Ready
You might
to
need
rock.
a massage.
I might need a massage. Is there a massage here?
Yeah,
Look,
Elmer is
behind
currently
you.
having one.
Look behind you. The table's ready already.
Oh my God,
Oh.
there's my table.
Yeah,
Great.
you
Straight
can.
Interview, massage, sleep, it's all there.
Yeah.
Performance,
Whatever you need.
everything you need.
Well, I feel like I'm talking to the most hardworking men in music. That's what I've been told.
Really?
That's what I've been told. And I'm wondering, what do you... Is it a stretch?
Oh, I think so.
You
Are you
think
talking
so?
about you or me?
Both of you.
You work a lot harder than I do.
Yeah?
That you've got that now on camera.
Do you agree,
Yeah,
Neill?
that's forever captured now. Well, I don't know. We've worked hard at various points, and yes, but I think a lot of bands are completely mad for it, just like we are, and musicians and songwriters, it feels more important than it ever did somehow, and music's one of
Really?
the... Well, I think it is, because I think it's one of the few things in this world that you can rely on. That, music is for most people, their appreciation of it, and for most people making it, it's a pure thing. So,
Yeah.
got to be thankful for that.
But I hear from a lot of people that we're just reliving the same things that we used to worry about like 30, 40 years ago. And you guys been around for a bit. Are these times really different, or do you feel like there is like just things coming back from the old days?
Well, it's an interesting time because nothing's really emerged since the pandemic that is truly time defining, I don't think. Partly because people don't really want to be reminded of what's going on. They want something to escape and they want joy, which I can't blame them for. Nick, what do you think?
I think maybe there's cycles of commons that come and go, but the thing that I've noticed is that commons seem to be disappearing, like common sense, common knowledge, common experience. All of the different commons are somehow being privatized or separated from our collective consciousness, and that's something I haven't seen before and I'm 63, so I mean, perhaps it'll swing back and you'll have the reinvention of trade unionism or cooperatives, banking cooperatives, all those sorts of things that happened after the depression in the 20th century, before the Second World War. I mean, it's hard to know.
Very good detailed response.
Well,
Yeah. No,
I think that
Just
it's
had a
interesting. No, it's interesting. Well, you're having good thoughts. At festivals, in a way, are just expanding on his theme, an opportunity for people to gather again and have common experience. So in a way, this season will be interesting. I think there's a lot of joy, celebration in the air about being able to, gather together as they are here, and they will next weekend at Glastonbury, and
Yeah.
the old stalwarts. We're going to turn up, we're going to give our best and try and bring some joy and some love to the proceedings.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit cliche and maybe naive to say, but as soon as you walk like through the doors of like a festival, like all the differences that you have outside of the festival just kind of like melt away, and you're just all there to enjoy the music. That's what it feels like at least.
Well, it is a common experience, and it's interesting, and it's a beautiful day today, and thank heavens, but the odd experience where it really pours with rain, in some ways those are almost the best festival experiences. Everyone has to abandon all hope of comfort altogether. Everyone's getting rained on. So we've had some really amazing shows with the whole saturated audience, people resembling mud creatures from the underworld, dancing up a storm and going crazy. So there's something ritualistic and wonderful about it.
That is very true. I've never looked at it that way. That's very true. Well, I'm also wondering, because I think in 2018, when you joined Fleetwood Mac, you thought there wouldn't be a new Crowded House album. What changed?
Well, I wasn't planning one at that point. I think I came off the back of that really excited and fueled with the idea that classic bands are vibrant and in the now rather than just... Because that band really did... I think we really were a vibrant presence wherever we went. And to be standing with that rhythm section and singing with Christina and Stevie every night gave me a fresh appreciation of what bands really are. I thought, I've got my own. and it's there, and it's up on wheels in the garage, and all I need to do is give it an oil. But we also expanded the lineup, which was, and it suddenly dawned on me that I've got my two sons who are the best musicians I know of in the world, who are deeply steeped in the soul and spirit of the band, and Mitchell Froome, who was our original producer, keyboard player. We've been asking him to join for 40 years, and he finally said yes. So
What pulled him? What made him feel like, okay, now I'm doing it? What made the timing right this time?
desperation to be young again.
you would say that your sons are like the best musicians in the world. So I have to ask you, Nick, for an unbiased opinion. Do you agree with Neill?
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I still think I'm a complete imposter. So I mean,
Really?
they are pretty good musicians. It's a joy playing with them.
It's a
I must say,
wonderful lineup,
we
really
do have
is.
a great
Yeah.
chemistry.
Yeah.
It's very intuitive.
Well, I
Yeah.
haven't seen the new lineup live. I'm going to tonight, but I've heard from a lot of people that the shows that you've been playing so far, that it exudes a lot of joy.
Yeah, I think there's
I
a
would
lot of
say
joy, and there's a lot of joy in melody, and I'm really enjoying that, hearing the audiences sing, because they sing really well. It's interesting. I don't know how it will be in a festival environment, but certainly at our shows, and just the other night in Antwerp, the people were just like absolutely spirited in their singing, and we stopped many times to listen to them, and it's a joy for me to
Yeah.
hear my songs flying around a room with thousands of voices.
Yeah. Well, I've been reading a lot of the interviews that you guys have done so far. Listening to you talk right now, I feel like reinvention is a red line that's going through the band for the past years. I'm wondering, what is a big misconception that people might have about reinventing yourself as a musician, or maybe even as a person?
Misconceptions are hard to put into find a singular misconception. There's probably quite a few. Maybe that we are defined, as most bands are, by the first thing people hear. And in this part of the world, that we had a really big hit on our first album, and I'm really, really proud of the song that became the hit, and we still perform it, and I love performing it. But it creates a perception, and so people don't, unless they see us live, they don't see the breadth of what the band's capable of, because there's quite a lot more to it. But any band will have that to deal with. Some bands have the misfortune of having a novelty song or a cover become their most well-known song, and we're spared that, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it, Nick? About reinventing?
Yeah, every time you're trying to reinvent every day, just seeking inspiration, I think, is it's part of the journey. So, I'm pretty much still up for anything,
Yeah.
especially if there's a nap in
Yeah.
the middle of the afternoon. I'll be great.
Well, I'm gonna let you get another nap if you
Cool.
want to.
Oh, he's had enough.
Yeah.
That's enough. It's a wooden bench too. He can sleep anywhere.
Yeah.
I can. I'm a champion.
Yeah.
Really?
A champion sleeper.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous. I can't sleep that well anymore. Thank you guys so much for your
Thank
time.
you. Thank you, Sagid.
Thank you.
Welcome.
All right.
you.